Hello, how's it going, everybody? I don't think anybody's here, maybe one or two people, but if you are here, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Today I'm going to be reading some comics that were sent in to me. There were two that were sent in to me this week. If they were sent to me anywhere else, I haven't seen them, I'm sorry. Try to send them to my, Instagram or my Twitter. You can follow me and then do that. I haven't seen any updates. Oh, wow. And any of those inboxes. But today we're going to read two comics. But before I do that, I'm going to get into these announcements while I wait for more people to come in. They can, give me, some comments, put them inside the comments, say whatever you need to say while I'm talking. And then after that, I will address them. And then after that, I'll start reading the comics. We'll get into all this. I'll tell you guys my advice and all that jazz. So, the first thing, I'm about to open up my commissions. I'm not going to have that many. There's actually going to be, right now, like two tiers. One of them's like a little bit larger than the other. And, the one that's larger is more expensive. So, keep an eye out for that. If you guys want me to draw anything for you, there's only going to be like 5 of both tiers. Cause I, have other things I have to do. But I figured, if people like that, then, maybe I'll draw some more, commissions in the future. But, as of right now, that's what's what. So, I'm also, so I've been working on a bunch of skits. You guys will see them tomorrow, in the morning around 11 or so. They're all, in there. I gotta change the thumbnail, so I might work on that later on tonight if I get a chance. But, I've been working on some skits just to, kind of have some more entertainment, a more entertaining, funny presence on my YouTube. A lot of them are... I've been working on. Well, I feel like everything I do is kind of cringy, but I do think that these videos are I don't know, they're kind of funny. Maybe my wife just likes me a lot, but she laughed when she looked at them. So hey, who knows? Hopefully you guys will like them. You'll see them later on. There's like 4 or 5 that should be uploaded in the next couple of days, and I just actually got done today filming like 4 more, so I gotta edit those, and there's a bunch of other ideas that I have in my head, so keep an eye out for all those. Hopefully you guys like them, and you guys can let me know. Man, what is going on with this thing? Jeez. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Alright, hopefully you guys will let me know, what you guys think, and, I can, I don't know, make some more funny videos, or, whatever. I have a lot of ideas, so, if everything works out, I can, actually enact the plan and the goal and everything that I wanted to do way back when I didn't have time, or, the ideas to, actually make it come out. But, I don't know, hopefully you guys will enjoy that when you guys see it, so keep an eye out for that. Alright, Hammer Volume 1 through 3 are already available. I am super excited about this. Obviously, I've been talking about this for a very long time. If you guys have watched me or follow me on Instagram or anything, obviously my books are out. But I'm just really excited because, Volume 4 is about to come out later on this year. And I want you guys to catch up if you haven't already bought these books. So please buy these books. Tell your friends if you enjoy this series at all. I think that you guys will not only enjoy everything I put in those books, everything I added and all that stuff, but also, Volume 4 is like, I'm very excited for Volume 4. There's a lot of stuff that I added into it, and I think you guys will like it. So, hopefully you guys will enjoy this. Not only, don't just support me though, there's also a bunch of other people on Saturday AM that have a lot of books coming out this year. Case in point, next month, in the next 5 days actually, Gunhild comes out. So that's from Fred Torninger. She's from Denmark. She won an award for the new upcoming comic book artist, over there, and she is awesome. So definitely go check that out. You can go pre-order it right now on the Saturday AM website. And while you're there, you can actually vote for the special March Hard Madness that we have going on right now. That actually ends in the next couple of days. If I'm not mistaken, I think it ends 11:59 p.m. On April 3rd. So, if you guys want to vote for a series that you want our series to fight in a fan art sketch that's, I think it's not just me. It's also White Manga. It's J.R. DeBard, the creator of Underground. there's a bunch of people that are going to be doing this. I can't think of all of them. I want to say there's also Clock Striker, maybe Gunhild, and there might be another one that I'm missing. Oh man, I can't think of it right now. Anyway, definitely go to the website. The links are in the description below. You guys can vote right now to see exactly what series you want our series to fight. I think for Hammer it was Demon Slayer and One Piece. So if you want Hammer to fight one of those two series, then put your 2 cents in, and let's see what happens. But there's also obviously like I said, there's a bunch of other books that are going to be coming out. Apple Black Volume 3 that comes out actually in May, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's June. That's when the Henshin comes out. After that, there's Soul Beats, there's Titan King Volume 2, and then there's Volume 4 of both Apple Black and Hammer, and then there's also Saturday AM Annual, which I've only seen one of the stories. There's one guy who has been drawing it. His name is Eric Pedrucci, and that dude is awesome. Like I really like this one-shot storyline that we came up with, and I think you guys are in for a treat. He did a great job. So I mean, definitely keep an eye out for all of these things. We should have like a bunch of pre-order links on our website or on Amazon or wherever. So definitely go check that out. Okay. Also, there was one more thing I wanted to address before I get into everything. All right, so last week there was a video. There was a comic that I did that I read. It was called Mizuchi, or something like that. And basically, there was a comment on one of the videos that I put out recently. And the comment basically said something like they didn't like how I was critiquing him, or I shouldn't have disrespected him by saying something like his names were Japanese or something like that. First off, I just want to say, look, I mean, I'm sorry if you felt that way. Like I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody. I hope that the guy that did Mizuchi didn't feel disrespected. I was just trying to give you my honest advice, and also for everybody moving forward, so that way you guys know, like, this is a reaction show to your comic. So if you don't want me to react to your comic, then I mean, don't send me your comic, or if you don't want to watch me, give advice, just something that I would say to you. Like, this is just me. I am just a creator that's been doing this for 10 plus years. If you value what I say, then, you value what I say. If you don't, then you don't. Like, I mean, that's all it is. And, when it comes to comic books, it takes a really long time to learn every single thing that you need to know before you can actually make it in comics. I mean, there are definitely some people that get really lucky, and who knows? I mean, maybe Mizuchi will become a juggernaut one day. If he just keeps that energy that he wants to do that series, I'm sure that he'll find a way. I mean, do I think it's possible? I think anything is possible. Is it likely? I mean, I think that just kind of depends on, that dude and his work ethic. However, I just want everybody to know, I mean, by all means, give your opinion. There was actually one comment that I was reading, and I replied to it, and immediately after replying to it, I tried to, scroll up to read more, and, I pressed hide on accident. And, I didn't know that when you press hide on a comment, it, deletes it. I can't even unhide it. I looked for, an hour to try to unhide this comment. I have it on my, Gmail account and, everything. And, I don't know. It was just insane. So, to the person that I hid your comic, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. But I did want to say that, I'm sorry that you felt that way. I mean, if I, disrespected anybody, Also, another thing, just to, get that out there. This is a Jeyodin show. Obviously, I, am affiliated with, Saturday AM. My series is with Saturday AM and stuff. But, this is a Jeyodin show. This has nothing to do with Saturday AM. I promote Saturday AM because, I am an artist that really wants this company to succeed. And I also know that, this company, if one of our titles, breaks free and becomes extremely popular, it's possible that some of our series could, get a part of that attention. And, then because of that, there's a domino effect where, more of our series can get more attention. And because of the brand itself saying, hey, we do this, like, this is why we're awesome and, all that. So, like, I'm trying to always promote Saturday AM because, that's just the company that I want to succeed. Like, I'm in that company. There are other companies I want to succeed, obviously, as well. But, I just have a lot in this company, and, I just really like everything about this. But all of that to say is that they have nothing to do with the show. Like, I mean, this is just my show. So everything that I'm saying is, all, my words and, all this. So, hopefully, you guys don't think that, I'm saying anything on behalf of Saturday AM or anything. I'm not, I'm promoting certain things that, we do. And, if there's anything in particular that you guys want to know about Saturday AM, I think I've said this in many videos, but I mean, I say go to, the Instagram account. Like, for the most part, there are a lot of live videos that Fred has actually done. So, I mean, I highly recommend everybody, like, go check those videos out if you guys want to know anything in particular about Saturday AM. If you guys want to know anything on the surface level, I guess I can, try to tell you guys, like events and, when, I don't know, just stuff like that. But, I mean, I don't know, like, I'm just, this show is my show. So, I mean, this is just everything that I'm saying. There was a comment that said something, and I was like, no, that's not what it is. So. But anyway, I just wanted to, like, put that out there so that way you guys know. But yeah, I'm about to start reading this comment. Let's do this comic. Hold on, let me, I think there are some, are there any live chats? Hold on. There's yeah, it looks like there's a few right here. So give me 1 second. Let me move this. This show is my show. So I mean, this is just everything that I'm saying. There was a comment. Oh snap! That's not what I want to do. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there so that way you guys know. All right. But yeah, I'm about to start reading. I gotta get better at this. I've been doing the show now for what, like 3-4 weeks, about a month and a half, something like that. I'm I'm starting to get the hang of it. I'm liking it. Hopefully you guys are also enjoying this. If you are, then please, let me know in the comments. I think that'd be great. Hold on, give me 1 second. That's not what I want to do. Let me see if you guys have any questions, and I'm gonna answer them. Also, it looks like there are 9 people watching right now. Thank you very much. Please put a like on this video so that way it helps out the algorithm. I'm trying to, just reach out to more people. So, please do that if you're watching right now and you're enjoying yourself. I'm going to read these comments real quick, and then I'm going to get into the first comic. The first comic that we're going to read is from Big Putt Putts. He also goes by 3DX Go. This actually was an artist. Well, I'll talk about him later. But the first comic that he's going to do is Kentucky Fried Evil, which I love the name. I think it's hilarious. And then there is another comic from this guy named Remy Calvin. The comic, if I'm not mistaken, is called The Return of Zain. And I'm going to talk about the format and stuff later. But, we'll get into that in a few seconds. So anyway, let's read these comments. All right, there's a delayed echo in the audio. Oh, snap. I'm so sorry. That is a bummer. Give me a minute. The first comment that he's gonna do is. Oh, that's why. All right. Hopefully, moving forward, you guys will not hear that echo. So yesterday, I did a live with Riser, the webcomic relief, and that was really cool. Wait, actually, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry if I've been super loud. I'm trying to, get better again at this thing. So hopefully the sound is a little better. It's not as, blaring in your ear and all that. So yesterday I did a live with Riser from the Webcomic Relief, and my audio was just insane. There's a microphone gauge in this program that I'm using, and then there's also a desktop audio. And the desktop audio, I guess, picks up what's is on my desktop. So right now I have the YouTube, so I can see the chat and stuff. And I guess because that's not muted, it's picking that up, and it's also hearing me. So I mean, if there's a huge echo, I apologize. Please comment and let me know if this is all good now. I've definitely, I need to get better at this. I'm really bad at these shows. I'm trying to get better. If anybody knows anything about, all of these shows that I've done so far. I think the first, 5 to 10 minutes are usually completely messed up when it comes to the audio. So hopefully it's good now. Please let me know inside the comments if it is. I'm gonna drink this real quick. All right, so looks like Malik Rivers, you said everything is good now. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bobby Smitty said, I think the advice you give is valid. Many pro creators won't even respond to reviews requested. You know what? That is very true. There are a lot of people that, will, I don't know, want to, rip into me just because I decided to give my opinion on a comic that somebody gave me and said, hey, give me your opinion. So, I guess... I wasn't sugarcoating every single thing that I was saying, which I guess in today's day and age isn't really a good thing. Maybe I need to learn how to talk more lightly, but that just seems like a lot more work, and I don't really want to do that. I feel like I'm a nice enough person. I'm not trying to be derogatory or mean to anybody. So hopefully, you guys agree, and everything that happens. Will pass over. I'm just gonna keep on moving on. But I mean, I do agree with you. Yeah, it's not like anybody is gonna, a lot of pro creators have a lot of stuff going on, and I just finished up 2 projects, and I'm working on a bunch of other stuff. Plus, the reason why I'm doing my YouTube channel is because I just want to make, I truly feel in today's day and age, YouTube is one of the best tools ever. And when it comes to being an artist, especially, getting your work out there, talking about your work, getting people to come to your website, just doing everything. It takes, there's not that many outlets. Okay, let me correct myself. There are obviously a lot of outlets right now with social media, but YouTube is definitely one of the best ones. And I have never actually been as serious as I've wanted to be with YouTube until recently. So now I'm trying to give it my all. Granted, it's very cringy along the way. So hopefully, again, you guys are enjoying it. Like I said, there's going to be, some more, some videos coming up soon. So I think you guys will enjoy it. But, yeah. Hold on. Hello, I'm the creator of Crusade Spirit, my webtoon series. Hope you're doing well. Yo, what's going on, man? Crusade Spirit. Thank you, man. If I'm remembering you correctly, you had this one comic about these 2 kids that were on the beach, and something happened with the crab. It bit this dude's leg, and I gave you advice. And the way I made your thumbnail was, I had my hand over my head, and I said something I do what I do to help you, or something like that. And, when I was making that thumbnail, I felt hey, I don't want to be mean, but I was trying to be as helpful as possible. And when I said the same thing inside of the live, you were a champ, man. You took everything, you were really cool, and I really appreciate that. So again, I've been talking. I'm not sure if anybody's coming in and not realizing everything I said earlier, or if you didn't hear me because there was an echo or something. But basically, I said something that somebody said that was. I was giving my opinion about a comic from last week, and somebody was saying something hey, I thought that was disrespectful, and I was I'm sorry that you felt that way, but you were the one that asked me for your opinion. And it wasn't even the person that asked me for their opinion. It was somebody else. So, it was just, I don't know. It was whatever. But, whatever. I appreciate you, man. I think, people just need to, enjoy the reaction content that I'm trying to give you. Hopefully every 2 hours on Friday, you guys can, talk and, hang out inside of the live chat while I, read some comments in some wacky voices. But we're gonna get into this. I'm gonna read some, drink some water, and we're gonna get into this. So give me a second. All right, let's do this today. Oh wait, I'm sorry. All right. Let's do this. This is 3DXO. I'm sorry, 3DXGO Big Putt Putt. This is a very good artist. I actually was helping him as like an editor in a Summer of Manga from I think 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Man, time flies. But yeah, I loved this dude's artwork. The way his sorry. Sorry, hold on for a second. Let me mute this real quick. Sorry, guys, hold on. Work never ends. When you guys are a comic book artist, manga artist, a sequential artist, somebody that puts pen to paper and creates panels and tells stories, work never ends. But I digress. We're gonna get into it. This is Big Putt Putt 3DXGO. I am looking at his artwork right now. I've seen this dude before because I was an editor of his inside of one of the Summer of Manga things that came out a few years ago. I think 2 years ago. And like his artwork was very cool. I loved the way his thick lines were like just, I don't know. It just reminded me, it gave me a lot of old American comic book vibes. But the way he, like the dynamism, which I might be saying wrong, the dynamic like poses and stuff that he would attempt would be like really, really cool. And I mean, you know, maybe the angle is probably could have been a little bit better to give more of a manga-esque vibe. But I mean, you know, ultimately, you know, his style is like very, 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 very cool. I've always been a big fan. You know, looking at this actually reminds me of if you guys ever seen Atlantis, you know, it's a Disney movie. It was very cool. Anyway, I'm looking at his stuff right now. It's very cool. This is his comic that he sent me called Kentucky Fried Evil. We are going to check this out. You guys can also check this out as well. You can look at the links down below. Let's see how long this is real quick. Give me 1 second. Actually, okay, yeah. All right. So this is a webtoon. This is it's gonna be fun. All right, let's do this. So, I like your style, so I think this is gonna be really cool. I'm gonna read everything. I might stop once or twice and you know say something, but at the end of it all is when I'll give my full analysis and all of that stuff. So again, everybody watching right now, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Please put a like on this video so that way we can you know try to you know get this spread around with the algorithm and all that jazz. All right, let's do this. Look at this traffic. Ain't you glad we're leaving the city for a while? Beep, beep, beep. Get a bit of fresh air. I don't mind, but we are moving. But we are not moving to no damn farm, Henry. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I don't mind, but we are not moving to no damn farm, Henry. Come on, babe. Nothing's wrong with the countryside. And plus, our boy already has a pet chicken. That's your fault, Henry. Chickens aren't pets. Deep fried with a side of greens could be lunch. Could be lunch, though. I'm sure I read that wrong. I'm sorry. I'm trying to give like a good, you know, reading, like a good accent or something. But you know, I think I'm messing up. So you know, I'm sorry. We're gonna keep on going. Stop it, Char. Bodhi is back there with his friend. Unless there's hot sauce. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Don't worry, chicken butt. I'm not letting mom and dad eat you. I think it's funny that this is a real picture as opposed to a drawn image. But I do like this image a lot. I think this is cool. I'll talk about that later, I guess. Wonder if you can see Mrs. Doubtwater's fat head from here. And then I guess they sleep. Z. And then, oh wow, okay. That's pretty funny. Alright, I like this. So I was all like, what's the point of being vegan? If we encourage child labor by over-consuming Mr. 6 pairs of the same damn shoe, child, the T, what did he say? King, rattle. I like this. It's cool. Girl, what is that? You must have farted or something. Oh. This cannot be your breath. Oh, jeez. That's hilarious. Oh, man. It smells like doo-doo. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Run, the sewers are overflowing. It's filling up the streets. Jeez Louise. There's a lot of commotion outside. Honey, what is that? The doo-doo is alive. Enough is enough. For eons, you've been the weakest link on the food chain. Through most of your existence on Earth, your pitiful spawns had a higher rate of death than survival, feeding our sacred land with their puny corpses. Boom. This is really epic. Like I want to see what's gonna happen. For centuries, I've been festering in toxic waste due to your foul desires of retail and overeating. No more! Today, Mother Earth has time. I, Doo-Doo, the eldest, will consume and return you to your original function, Earth's fertilizer. Trip. Oh no! My son fell behind! Please! Stop pushing! Someone help! Mommy! I hurt my knee! Revenge belongs to Earth. Johnny, baby! Move it, lady! Stop! My key! Out of my way! Where are you? That is a lot of crap in somebody's mouth, man. That's disgusting. Oh my god. I can't breathe. Mommy! Dude, this dude got taken away. Mommy, why'd you leave me? Mommy did not leave you. You tripped. Like, wait, hold on. Like, hold on. Let me go back. Let me see. She's holding your hand, and you tripped, and you said ow, and then she tried to get you. So no, she did not leave you. She tried. She just failed. That is like that's what happened. So that's like it would be amazing. I'm not sure if this actually is what's gonna happen in the future, but it would be amazing if this little kid became like an evil bad guy because like his memory was just warped. Like he was like, I hate all women because my mother left me. He was like, no, your mom didn't leave you. She tried to get you back, but you know, I don't know. Like I'm just thinking of just like random stuff, I guess, but I just think that's funny. Anyway, Mommy, why'd you leave me? Remember this pain. Bipedal virus. Mother Earth has wept for hers the same. Splat. Tap. Alright, what's going on? Stupid human. Your weapons are useless. I am infinite. My baby. Thank you for saving my son. Thank you for saving my son, Mr. Chicken? This is hilarious. What? Oh, you're no weapon, my avian brother. These parasites have reduced your kin to poultry for nuggets and tapas. Join me in retribution against our filthy ops. Allow me to absorb your strength and avenge our fallen homies. The same tactics will not work. Stand with your ancestors. Do not defend the... Fine. Since you possess no chill. Alright, so what happened? Okay, like, so he shot something. And there's some smoke. Alright. Fine, you possess no chill. Then I'll force your hand. Please help me! It's swallowing and it smells. So how will you save them now, my flightless friends? The humans in this area are now part of my zombie doo-doo unit. Will you hurt the human filth you protect so selfishly? Or merge with me without struggle? Whoa, what? Dodged. Kick. How did I not think of cracking their skulls on the pavement? Where am I? Please, tell me. Please, tell me this is chocolate. If it was chocolate, man, would you eat it? Like, I mean, it's green. And it smells horrible. Like no. Oh, man. Good luck producing the same results against overwhelming numbers. Slip. Tuck. Punch. Tuck. Tuck, 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 tuck. Tuck, 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 tuck. Alright, so there's some brawl going on. Alright, I like that this chicken gets punched in the face and he just smirks. He's like, whatever. Like, I think that's pretty funny. Tuck. Tuck, 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 tuck. These are all the sound effects that I make whenever I draw. So, alright. Knocking them out without harm is high key. A fool's errand. Give up. Tuck, 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 tuck. Valiant effort, avian hero. I'm sorry. Valiant effort, avian hero. But it's a wrap. A chicken wrap. The filth you protected brought about your demise. Your strength will add a new dimension to this revenge, and that's on mama nature. And that's on my mama nature. What? Oh my god. We're like totally falling from the sky. Oh wait, these are... Okay. What? Oh my god! We're like totally falling from the sky! Where are my draws at? Oh wait, that's a girl. Where are my draws at? I was trying to change the voice. I thought maybe, there were some guys and there were some girls. Like, I don't know. I rejoice in your strength, yet you've only delayed the inevitable. Weird flex, but... Oh wait, no, that's... Okay, alright. Weird flex, but okay. Is that just a fried? Hold on. Okay, I like how this looks, but I'm kind of confused. Like, what happened? Okay, so he jumps up, and I see that he has electricity around him. So, like, did he just, like, start, like, charging up or something? Like, oh, okay, alright, so, no. Come here! How could I have been so blind? You've been chosen. May you steal humanity away from unwaviness. Oh snap! The chicken just blasted the doo-doo monster. Yay! He saved us! Barbecue at my house! Let's go shopping! I guess it should have been barbecue at my house. Let's go shopping. I'm gonna eat till I pass out. Kentucky Fried Evil. and then they're sleeping. Or he's sleeping. And he's like, are you alright, buddy? And then it was just a dream. Alright, cool. Buddy, wake up. Woke up from his nap. Good. We should be out of this jam soon. What's that smell? Y'all better not be farting in the car. Crack a window. Alright, then there's some words by the author. It says, I really appreciate y'all for taking the time to read KFE. I like that. Hope you enjoyed it, because I had a blast making it. Let me know in the comments below or on Twitter what you think should happen next for our chicken homie. If I choose your premise, I'll shout you out. Follow the Twitter, doing a bunch of giveaways. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends, uncles, aunties, neighbors, cats, dogs, nephews, cousins, secret crushes, Tinder dates, celebrities, politicians, royalty, A-listers, Z-listers, YouTubers, clout chasers. Peace. Okay. At first I thought it said A-listers. Alright. So, first and foremost, my overall reaction is not bad. I enjoyed it. I remember based off of his last comic that he did in the Summer of Manga issues. I want to say that was in 2021. I'm not sure exactly which issues they were, but his last comic that he did was kind of confusing, based off of the paneling that he was doing. And, just, he didn't have, like, any tones. There were, some other things, but for the most part, like, it looks really cool, like, the line art, but, like, there was just some other stuff that he could have done to, like, make it, I guess, a little bit better. But when it comes to this comic, I feel like he's definitely utilized a little bit more, so anyway, the webtoon format to his benefit. The webtoon format, the reason why I like it a lot is because, like, it's basically, one panel at a time, obviously. But even more so than that, it's more than oftentimes, like, just an action in that panel as opposed to an entire panel. So, for instance, when I scroll down and you remember this right here, like, yeah, you just had this one panel where they showed everything. And yeah, you're still just using the webtoon format. But I mean, if this was in a actual comic, I mean, there would always be backgrounds, or at least a little bit more backgrounds, and, some more panels. So, that's one thing that I would say, I mean, you use it well inside of the webtoon format. I mean, okay, let me separate that. There are some things that you could do in the webtoon format to make this better, but because you're using the format as I'm just showing this action of this panel, and you're scroll down and you do the same thing over and over again, I think it works for you because it doesn't make the reader as confused, or at least as confused as they were, okay, I'm not as confused as I was when I was reading those other pages. So, I mean, I can't really speak for anybody else. But, there were, however, a few times in this comic that I was confused as to what I was saying. And, I think what you could do to get better at that is just to pull back and, show more of the background. Just show whatever you're trying to show, but in relation to everything else. So that way, we can just have a frame of reference of knowing, hey, this is where that person is, this is where that monster is, this is where the chicken is. Obviously, the chicken was off screen, I guess, doing whatever superhero chicken stuff does. But, I mean, that is just something that I think would, probably help. If you were going to use the webtoon format in a better way, I would say there are some comics... I need to look this up. I say this every episode. I really need to look this up. But one of them is Space Boy. And the way he used the webtoons format was very interesting, in my opinion. Some of his panels didn't actually have, like, the black border around them. They kind of just blended in with the actual white space. He used that to his advantage. He also, when it comes to... pulling out and showing the entire background, like he would make it like a really long panel Maybe show the overhead. Like, you can do a lot of cool, neat things with webtoons and their format that you can't do with traditional comics. So, try to think outside the box. I think that would definitely, help a lot. Overall, your artwork, I think, it looks very nice. It's very loose. It's very, it reminds me of, like, animation cells, but, more like storyboard cells, because they're not as detailed as, like, your previous comic, for example, which I feel as though you did that mainly just so that you can color it and, add colors to it. And again, it looks pretty nice, but I mean, I also think that, if there were more backgrounds or, maybe just some more, variation in how the panels were structured, it would probably, pop out a little bit more and be a little more interesting. I love the fact that this chicken is buff. I think this is hilarious. I really like his design as well. I think that, this is, pretty cool. I like the logo, Kentucky Fried Evil, it's a great name for this particular comic. I don't know why he's considered evil, or if he's not, like, considered evil, like, why in particular it's called Kentucky Fried Evil. I get that, it's catchy and, it sounds really cool, but, I'm not really sure exactly how it lines up with everything. Unless that chicken is actually evil and he just saved all those people so he could kill them. But no, you didn't show that. So, like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. However, I think that this doo-doo monster, I think, that's pretty cool. Pretty disgusting, actually. But, definitely, presented enough of a threat for, the city and, this particular, chicken, hero. I also have, like, a soft spot for chickens, obviously, because, like, I did my first series that ever came out was called Chicken Fight. So yeah, but anyway, overall, I like this a lot. I thought this was really cool. This is from 3DXGO, Big Putt Putts. Definitely go check them out. You can go check out the series. Everything is in the description down below. Good job, man. I like that a lot. I'm gonna read these comments real quick, and then we're gonna go to the next comic. This is gonna be from Remy Calvin, but we're gonna read these comments real quick. So give me 1 second. Let me scroll up. All right. All right, Super Drew, the guy who created Crusade Spirits, said, after I, told him everything earlier, he said, "Yeah, haha, I'm still going to be making some changes since I messed up the panels, but thanks for understanding, my friend." No problem, man. I do all of this to help you guys. Like, I mean, obviously, obviously I want to have some type of social media presence that I'm actually doing something, other than just, promoting everything that Saturday AM does and, just, every now and then promoting or doing, a post every now and then. I really want to post all the time. There's a lot of pictures I'm actually working on for Hammer that I've been, slowly, trying to build up so that way I have, like, a huge buffer. But, like, I don't know, maybe I, have something wrong with my brain where I think, hey, I need to have a buffer at, in all areas of my life. But, I mean, I don't know, like, I obviously I want to have, something always coming out, and I feel like doing YouTube videos like this, like the lives and reacting and stuff, is a great way to do it. And I am very appreciative of everybody that, wants to participate and send me their comics and, who is also a good sport and, doesn't mind hearing advice. But I do all of this not to insult you or, degrade you or anything. I'm just giving you my advice. You can take it or you can leave it. I'm doing it all mainly, however, just to have something to put on my YouTube channel, because I think that would be, just something that other artists could see, and maybe they could also learn in the future of what to do in their comic in the future. So, I don't know. I think this would be I thought this would be pretty cool. So, that's the reason why I do it. I'm glad that you are a good sport. So thank you very much. This person's art is dope. Malik Rivers. Yes, I agree. This is 3DXGO, Big Putt Putt. He definitely is a very good artist. I think he had a different name when we first talked on Instagram. 3DXGO has always been his tag, but I think he had a different name. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but anyway, all that to say is, yeah, he's really good. Definitely go check him out. He's in the description below if you guys want to see it. Eat it and find out if it's chocolate. Yes, no. Don't ever do that. If you ever have to think to yourself, is this chocolate? You probably shouldn't you probably shouldn't eat it. Don't get me wrong. Unless it's in a wrapper, or unless I'm around a lot of rich people that are also eating the exact same thing, I'm probably not going to eat that chocolate. Maybe unless I buy it from maybe a chocolate store, I can understand that too. That would make more sense, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So, your read through is so good. Pulling out is very important. I agree. Episode 2 out today. Vico Frio. That is Vico Frio. That is, if I'm not mistaken, that's 3DXGO. That's his name that he put up there. Vico. If I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's you. KFEFTW. All right. We're going to keep on going. This is Remy Calvin. Remy Calvin is this guy that has been hitting me up on Instagram, and he's just been wanting me to check out his comic. I told him that I do private consultations, and I also told him that I do this show. I said whenever I do my private consultations, however, for everybody else out there who wants to do a private consultation, you can send me your comic, I can read it, and I can give you my advice. And it can be private, I don't have to say anything. However, if you give it to me for me to read live, it's going to stay public. I'm going to make a video out of it. I'm going to, have one of these pictures be, a thumbnail. And, I'm never trying to be mean. So keep that in mind. But, I am also going to be blunt. I think I said that in the very first episode, or at least as blunt as I can be without trying to, be mean, because I want to give you advice. I'm trying to let you know, hey, this is what I think. As somebody that's been doing this for the last 10 years, 10 plus years, I think 13 in total. I have a lot of books out. I've been doing this for a long time. With that said, I'm not in any way, shape, or form nearly as successful as I want to be, and I will be in the future. But, it's a long road, and, everything that I've learned is everything that I am just trying to give to you guys, so that way hey, do I want to go through all this? Should I go through all this? How's a way to go through all this so that way I can, avoid all the mistakes that Jeyodin has told me about? This is why I did the 4-step guide, because I wanted people to, look at it and say, hey, maybe I can do this, maybe I can do that. I talk about time management. You don't have to be a good artist to get that book and actually learn how to, make the comics in the way that I'm trying to, give you advice on. So, and it's also for any creator level. So I say all that to say, Remy Calvin has sent me his comic, and this is his Instagram page, and this is his comic. His comic is on the Instagram page, and I'm not sure if you guys can actually see it, so I'm probably gonna have to zoom in. So let me see if I can do that. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in and see if you guys can see that. Okay, all right. Well, I think that's probably the biggest I can make it. But we're gonna read through all this. I'm gonna give you my advice, and after that, oh man. Okay, well, whatever. We're gonna read through all this, and then I'm gonna give you my advice after that. But again, I want to just tell everybody out there, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be as blunt as possible, especially if you want to make this a career, okay? So if you don't want to make this a career and you're just trying to have fun, then everything that I'm saying is just, doesn't matter. Don't worry about anything I'm saying. I'm just talking out of my butt, I guess. But, if you're trying to make this a career, then, there's a lot of things that I am going to say. So just right off the bat, just talking about the art first. And then I'll, read everything, and, I might stop as I'm reading it, and then I'll, go off of that. But just talking about the art first, it's really rough. Obviously, it looks like it's, traditional. So my advice would be to put, regardless of how well you draw or not, what you always want to do is put your stuff in the best light. This is something that I have not always lived by. There are some images that I drew of Hammer a long time ago, and unfortunately they get reused all the time, and it's a bummer. But, since then I've done a lot of other ones, and, hopefully in the future they'll be used, and, that'll be cool. But, because I didn't know everything that I currently know now back then, when I first got with Saturday AM, and I was creating Hammer and just trying to make it interesting, but I still was trying to learn the rhythm of the magazine, and everything I want to do with this series. I was also at the time working on Lemonade Code, so there's a lot of stuff that I was currently doing, and I was also working there's just a bunch of stuff that was always there. So now that I know that now, luckily I was able to present Hammer in a pretty decent light. And I feel like maybe this is just me looking back at my old artwork and saying that's kind of cringy. But, I do think that, for everybody out there, whenever you want to put your story out on, Instagram or Twitter or, Webtoons or wherever, if you're going to scan it in, or if you're going to draw it traditionally, you got to scan it in. You got to make it digital, because unfortunately there's not a way for you to mass produce your own work cheaply that you can then give to everybody around the entire world as easily as you would be able to do if it was digitally on Instagram. I hope that sentence made sense, but basically what I'm trying to say is, if it's digital, you have a lot more options because you can put it online. And when you put it on Instagram and this is your comic, because it's really difficult for me to read, it's probably going to be difficult for somebody else to read as well. So, that's the first thing that I would say. Try to digitize your work, because regardless of how well you draw or not, if it's digital, at least you could, work on the levels of, everything. This is really dark, for example. This is a lot lighter on the page. If this was scanned in, you could, work on all this and, make everything at least, evenly, flat. All the whites would be white, all the blacks would be black. That would be the first piece of advice that I would give you, just based solely on the artwork. We're about to, start working on reading every page. How many pages are there? I think there's 10. Or is there just 4? Oh, okay. Looks like there's just 4. After these 4, we'll look at some more, and then I'm probably going to read one of my comics and make fun of myself from a long time ago. But, alright, so we're going to get into this. Alright, this is from Remy 10.00. You can actually check out his Instagram and this comic in the description down below. Let's do it. Alright, I guess it's time to get Battle. Well, know that I'm home. I don't know what that says. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So one thing I would say, I said this, I think an episode or 2 ago. Whenever you draw comics, one thing that you can do is, actually this is inside of the 4-step guide as well, but, draw thumbnails. And when you draw your thumbnails, that's when you're placing out everything, including your speech bubbles. Put the speech bubbles, either at the top of the panel or, in at least a clear enough site so that way you can, if it's digital, type in exactly what you want them to say. You can move the font however big or however small. But if you want to do it traditionally, if you want to write out the letters traditionally, so I've done this before, drafting all the, the letters and stuff. To do it so everything looks very professional and all the same. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of patience. And to be honest with you, I'm sure there's a tool somewhere out there that like can actually like write out, or not write out. It's like a ruler tool basically, and like it shows. Like the line paper. That's basically what it is. But I mean, it's like a ruler where you can do that, and I don't know. That's probably what I would suggest if you were going to do this. Traditionally, by hand. Writing out all the words, just making everything uniform and very, very legible. Because reading this right now, like everything scrunch ups together, and also with the fact that it's not, scanned in, it kind of messes up everything else with the lighting of it all. So, food for thought. I will work on the glove first. Okay. All right, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking at. I want to say he is either on top of a building and he's looking down into all of this chaos, and like for instance, like right here is like a machine, and this is like some steps, and then I don't know, maybe if this is a mall or something, and like these are like shops or something like that's. I honestly don't really know exactly what I'm looking at, but I mean, that's what I would say. I would say do some thumbnails because when you do thumbnails, you can plan out everything. And right now, it's very, very difficult for me to see exactly what's going on. So, he says glove first. So, if this is a glove, then okay. Okay, alright. So, this is a glove. What is this? I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, alright. So, it's me, bro. It's me, brah. Who not can I come and see what you're working on? Knock, knock. Who is that? Early this night, is that not what I think it is? Who is? You first. And I will work on you last. Sure, come in, but you should be in bed. Is it 10 p.m. at night? Do mom know you're up? Alright, so... Alright, we're gonna keep on going. I think there's 3 more pages after this, so... Alright, page 2. Alright. It's the weekend, Zain, since I heard your truck pull up. I thought, come see you... Sini. Well, didn't see you that much. And I want to see what you're working on, sincerely, what you do in Forgotten Zones. Grammar. Like, I'm sorry. Alright, so, I'm not sure, if, like, I'm reading this right. Like, okay, so again, I think whenever you do thumbnails, like, that helps you out, plan out everything, give yourself some space for the words, especially if you're going to be handwriting them, because everything squinches up together and it's very difficult to see what you're doing, especially since I can also see that there are pencil lines under the inks, and I feel like you tried to erase the pencil lines, but, like, it just didn't all go away. And when it comes to the letters, like, they all need to go away, or else it's just going to be difficult for somebody to read it. So, yeah. Alright, so we're going to keep on going. It's okay. I'm glad Tor, Rock, and Safe Yor. I forgot. So sorry, sis. I've been in the red zone for too long. I have been in survival mode. I see he got a new truck. I can't read that. I'm sorry. Hunno, why are you in the garage again? I hop you're not sneaking in friends again, child. I think that's funny. How did you get an armed car in the wells? I hope you're not sneaking in friends again, child. And it's early in the night. You should be in bed, child. I'll be fine if you get in a snack or some water. I will surprise her. There goes Mom, Kay. I miss my B-day, Zain. The only one have is... I can't read that. I forgot I truck on the AC for hunting no. And why is it so cold? Hi with me. I'm going to surprise her since I never bone forget. Long time. Hun no. Where are you? And don't play with the child. This is not the time to be playing. Whoever you are, come out with my child and might let you go. Who plays with like is Zain? The only one. I knew we just play in with her. Don't come out no matter what she say. Oh, that Zain thinks he's so funny. To have called Zaya. Okay, I don't know what that is. Alright. Okay. So, first off, I just want to say that Remy, I appreciate you for... Let me zoom out of this real quick. I appreciate you for, being, a fan of mine and, supporting me by sending me your comic and, wanting to know my feedback. So I'm going to give you my honest feedback. I don't want to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. But I think that what you should try to do to get better is, first and foremost, you need to work on, there's a lot of stuff that you need to work on. When it comes to, I can see that you have passion with drawing and that you want to draw. So my advice would be to try to work on shorter stories. I understand that in the DM that he sent me, I think these were all individual chapters. Like each page was chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. I think that actually was in the caption, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, volume 1. Oh, I'm sorry. Volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4 for my manga pages. I hope you enjoy. That was what the caption said. So, I'm not sure exactly. Also, maybe if you are trying to do this for fun or if you're just trying to do this, seriously or not. If you're trying to do this for fun, then my best advice, if you really want to get better just for yourself and just to, say, hey, I want to just do this and, tell stories and stuff, my advice would be to tell a journal comic. Make your own character, try to draw yourself as simply as possible because it seems like there's a lot of, cross-hatching and sketches and a lot of other stuff that you're trying to add a lot of detail, or at least that's what it looks like to me, but what I would do is try to make it as simple as possible so that way you can just make it very clear and easy to see what's going on. Same thing with the backgrounds. Right now, it doesn't look like your backgrounds are as... your backgrounds don't look good. So, they're very, very confusing. I don't really know what's going on. So, what I would say is try to make them as simple as possible. Just like your artwork with your, figures as well. Maybe your figures can be a little bit more detailed than the backgrounds. But right now, starting out at least, I would say for your backgrounds, you should either A, look at reference, or, B, try to make them super simple like Garfield backgrounds or, Peanuts, like Charlie Brown and stuff. There's usually just a line. And if you're doing a journal comic or just a comic that's to tell your life story or, just something that happened today, you know, you could get away with that. It doesn't have to be like super detailed or anything like that. So I would say if you're trying to do this for fun, to get better, you should do a lot of very, very short stories. And those short stories, the best way to do that would be to do journal comics. If you're trying to do this professionally, then, I mean, I'm just being real. You have a very uphill battle. The first thing that needs to, happen is your story needs to be a story. I do not understand what I read. I'm not sure if maybe you were under pressure when you were trying to, write it all out. But I mean, I definitely would try to slow down and, maybe explain a little bit more of like what's happening. So like the first page could be, this is the introduction, these are the characters. And then the second page could be, this is, the problem that they come into. And then the third page could be, this is how they are trying to, fix that problem. And then the fourth page could be, this is why that didn't work. And then the fifth page could be, this is what they tried to do again. And, the sixth, the next page could be, why that didn't work. And then, it just basically keep on doing that until like you find out what the ending is, and that's what the last page could be. So I mean, I don't know. That's a very, very simplified version of what you could do to, tell a story that's very simple. But I think it should be even simpler than that. There's this one comic book artist that I was at college. I used to go to SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design. And I think this guy became a professor, if I'm not mistaken. But his name was Kevin Burkhalter. And he is a master storyteller. His artwork is very, very simple, like, compared to, like, other manga artists that you would see, around. But, I mean, he tells his story very, very expertly. Like, exactly what happened. He tells, like, it was like an entire gigantic journal book that he created. It spans, I think, like an entire year or 2 years or something like that. And he did this like every single day. That was like his just, his grind. And like he did a very good job. And like you could see the progression of like everything. Like obviously he, at that time, I think he had already did like 2 or 3 of them. So he was already a professional artist. He had also worked on, other, projects and stuff. But I say all of this to say, I think that would probably be the best thing for you in the route that you should take. Because this, I mean, it's very, very difficult to see what's going on. It's very difficult to follow the flow of what's going on. I couldn't read it. So, like, I couldn't even rely on the text to, tell me what was going on. So I definitely would try to do some shorter stories because that would help you out tremendously. I like, however, like, this right here. It looks like you are practicing, like, facial expressions, and I like that. That looks cool. I mean, obviously, there's some other stuff that I think you can work on. But, I mean, that it just comes with time. I feel like the more you draw, the better you're going to get. I'm not sure exactly how long you've been drawing. But, I mean, again, I think the more you draw, the better you're going to get. Another thing I would say that could help you out is we have... I don't have it right here, but it's a how to draw a diverse manga book. There's a bunch of tutorials and stuff that White Manga put in there, as well as also a bunch of different artists from Saturday AM. We got Cine, who did Saigami. We got J.R. DeBard, who did Underground. I'm in there. We got Soulbeat, Morgan Walker, Jeffrey John Louise, if I'm not mistaken, is in there. Henshin. We have a lot of people from the Saturday AM crew who participated in creating that book, but the majority of it is from White Manga because that dude's a beast, and he has an entire YouTube channel about tutorials. So I mean, he definitely did a lot inside of that book. So I mean, I highly recommend getting that book if you want to check out some more artwork or some more artwork tips, so learn how to get better. Because I think once you really commit, that's probably the best way to get better. But that was Remy 10.00. You can check out his comic and also his Instagram in the description below. Thank you again for sending it to me. I hope that I'm not trying to be mean. So like I hope that my advice you can take it and, you won't have somebody send a random comment to me about how I was disrespectful because I said that your stuff was sketchy. So we're going to make fun of my old comics right now. This is Psych and Sally. This is chapter 3. I actually had, there's a video I gotta talk about, in the description down below. I don't think I put it there, but I'll probably put the actual link to the video. But that video is the first video that I had in this entire live reading comics series. And I read the first 2 chapters of Psych and Sally, and also I think the first 3 chapter, the first chapter of Black Cloud. So you guys can go check that out. If you're watching this in the future, then that link should be in the description. But if not, then I don't know. Maybe it'll be suggested after you watch this video. Who knows? But we're gonna get into it. Let's do this. This is Psych and Sally. In case you guys don't remember, I'm sorry. I gotta read some comments and then we're gonna get into it. Also, it looks like there's 13 people here right now. Please put a like on the video if you are enjoying yourself. I'm gonna read your comments. If you guys have a question, please put them there and then I can, answer them. I'm gonna drink some water. All right, let's do this. All right. There is a brightness edit on some smartphones. I learned to use it to edit my pics. There is. I've used that as well. The app that I used actually was kind of a scanning app. And it allowed me to do basically everything that a normal scanner would do. So, there's obviously, a bunch of different ways to, digitize your traditional artwork. You just got to put the effort into it. And I'm not saying that you didn't put the effort into it. I'm just saying that you probably should put more effort into it. So, yeah. Jay, do you think traditional artists can get away with scanning hand-drawn pages and rather than drawing using digital software? I believe that if you're going to draw your comic traditionally, you have to be amazing. And I've met a lot of traditional artists that still do their pages traditionally, and I look up to them. They're very, very good. Their style's a lot more cartoony. They use brushes, and nibs and a bunch of different tools, a lot of rulers. They handwrite. They're really, really good. I met these people 10 plus years ago at SCAD, and they're really good. But that's a tough job. I did, chicken fight all traditionally. And, that was really fun. I loved doing it. But it was, I kind of felt it was sort of redundant because I still scanned it in and still added all of the other edits that I had to add. And I figured, I might as well just do this digitally. Don't get me wrong, it was, hard because, I had to get used to the programs and all that. But, once you get used to it, it's a lot easier. So my advice is to not draw your comic traditionally. If you're gonna draw your comic if you're drawing your comic for a professional gig, or if you're doing it because you want it to look as professional as possible, and you don't have a lot of faith in your traditional art skills, then I would always suggest doing digital because you can edit it, change it. You can do a lot of things with, digital artwork. It's a lot easier. Not only that, but also whenever you're inking digitally, you can erase it. You can press Control Z. Those things are amazing. So, I always recommend digital when it comes to drawing comic books. If you're doing stuff for fun, if you're drawing a comic book for fun, or if you're just trying to draw, one of these images that I, draw, if you're doing it for fun, do it traditionally. Have fun, do whatever you want. But, and then even then, I still can scan these in. I'm not sure if I actually have or not. My scanner is at my brother-in-law's place right now. But, you can do it. I just don't necessarily, suggest it. All right, next question was, there's a hand lettering tool called an Ames lettering guide. Yes, that's probably what I was referencing to. Again, I'm not a hand letterer, so I don't really know, what those are. Looks like there's 15 people here. Thank you very much, guys. Please put a like on this video if you are enjoying it. I need to make this algorithm, thing like me. So yeah, looks like there's only 5 people that liked it. So you guys can like it if you like this video. If you like me, if you like Side AM, if you like Hammer, if you want this all to work out, please put a like on this video. Alright. I like that Rim is using spot blacks as a traditional artist. I agree. I think spot blacks are potentially the most important thing that you can do as a traditional artist, because especially if you're not going to use tones. I mean, if you use tones, then, you could probably get away with it, but spot blacks, definitely, add more, just, I don't even know exactly how to phrase this. Like, it just adds more of an oomph to the page. I always say that you should have spot blacks on your stuff. However, I will say that looking at his pages, they were very sketchy, and even the spot blacks were sketchy. There were a few people that I've seen in the past that have done this as well, and you can make it work if it's like in a uniform way. But the way he did it, in my opinion, just didn't look like it was uniform. It looked like it was just, I'm trying to put it on the page right now because I want you guys to see it. So, which, hey, I like the passion, but, you just got to figure out a way to do it so that way it's uniform, and, everybody who hasn't seen it yet or wants to see it in the future can enjoy it as much as you enjoy drawing it. So, yeah. All right. Personally, I've been starting by making comic strips and short stories. Yes. Short stories. That's where it's at. You got to do that. I actually, short stories. Yes, whatever. This is a really cool concept for your recent videos. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I actually, I said this earlier. Everybody out there that's watching right now, hopefully more people will also see this too. But there are a bunch of skits that I did that are going to be coming out tomorrow. There's like 5 or 4 or something like that. I think 4 come out tomorrow, and then like the 5th one comes out on Sunday. I'm going to try to release one video every Saturday and Sunday. That's a skit that I've done. But the first, for tomorrow, because it's the first launch of all these videos, I want everybody to, just watch a bunch of them. So, I'm putting out 4 of them right now. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. But, yeah, I liked this format as well, because I figured I could talk to you guys. I can also read your comic. If you guys want me to read your comic, please send me your comic via DM on Instagram or Twitter. Just send me a link to it, and, then I can, have it. And, just be fair warned, I'm going to be, reacting to it. So if you don't think that you don't want to see my reaction, or if you don't want everybody else to see my reaction to your comic, then, don't send it to me. I'm going to just do my reaction. So, whatever. And I'm going to give you advice. I'm not going to be mean. But if you take it as, hey, this dude is, being mean to me, then that's just what you're going to take it as, because that's not what's happening. So, hopefully you guys realize that. But, yeah, I like this format. I think this is really cool. And, hopefully you guys do too. Wow, even your old stuff is really clear. Yeah, this is old, but it's not too old. I think I started doing this right after Chicken Fight. I think I had just finished up Chicken Fight, and I was trying to figure out exactly a different style, actually. I was changing my style to something a little bit more cartoony. I wanted to stand out and have something that, was a little bit more mine. If anybody here has bought Chicken Fight, which, by the way, you can buy on my Gumroad right now, it's $5. It's like 300-something pages. Or you can go on Amazon and you can buy a physical copy for like $15. Or you can buy, my books right here. These are in stores. Walmart, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, or Amazon, or, whatever. So you can do that right now, or whatever. There's a bunch of places, all I'm trying to say is when I was doing Chicken Fight, initially, the way I had the art style, I really liked that art style, and to be honest with you, I might, try to incorporate that a little bit more with, future works that I do. But when I first did that art style, it looked a little bit, it looked like a mimic of One Piece, but like a bad mimic. It didn't look too much like One Piece. It looked kind of original, but like it still had that, this is One Piece type feel. And I wanted to get away from that. So I was trying to figure out a way, and I figured, let me just add a bunch of cartoony elements. and I figured Bruce Timm, Trad Moore, Rashad Doucette, and Aichiro Oda, obviously, because, One Piece. And, I mixed that all together, and this was during that phase when I was still trying to figure it all out. So I feel like I figured it out now. This is Hammer, Volume 3. Let me show you guys some pages and see what you guys think. So this is one page where King Elefante comes and, punches this dude. So, I think that my style has now, gotten to a pretty decent point. There's definitely a lot of things that I want to add to the way I, construct my pages, as well as also my stories and, every chapter and everything else. But ultimately, I think that, I think that, my style right here was, it's pretty okay. So, thank you. Looking at this page on screen, any tips on drawing crowd scenes? Draw your friends. Draw people that you know. Eventually you're just gonna, have random faces pop up in your head and you're just gonna draw them. But, if you can't think of who to draw, or if you can't think of random faces, then, just draw people that you've either seen, maybe celebrities, maybe different characters in your own style. There's actually... hold on, let me see if I can scroll up. No, I don't think it's in this one. I'm thinking about a different one. Inside of Lemonade Code, there are a bunch of crowd scenes. The author, Jared Pratt, he's a really cool dude. And, we had like a bunch of interviews together right after Lemonade Code came out. It was like a library tour where we talked to a lot of librarians and a lot of kids and stuff. And, it was funny because, he would always bring it up. He was like, I'm sorry that I, had you draw all those scenes, because he wrote it inside the script. And I was like, I'm sorry, man. I tried to give my best, and it took forever to do those scenes. That's the reason why it took, 4 years to do that book. It took forever for that book to finally be finished and come out, and, oh, man, so much stuff. But, I drew a lot of different people that I knew, a lot of characters from different series, but in my own style. There's a lot of different cameos. So, if you look at that book, you'll see me. I'm actually on a date with my wife, and it's a double date with me, my wife, and my friends. I'm wearing a Saturday AM shirt inside of that book. My advice would be, draw your friends, draw yourself, just have fun with it. That's probably the best way to draw. Also, take your time. Just realize, hey, this is going to take a while, or this is going to take X amount of time, and then, just be okay with it and, do it. So, all right, I'm going to drink some more water. Everybody, I hope you guys are drinking water. I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to talk some more, and then we're going to wrap up. Oh, man, that's delicious. All right, let's do this. All right. That Monday. Last time, in case you guys don't remember, Sally used her magic to create this gigantic wave, and she was doing that to impress Chad, who is this guy that is not her boyfriend, because Sally is for the streets. she's not for the streets. She's just a confused little girl. So, all right, let's do this. That Monday, you saw my magic powers at the beach, right? You saw my magic powers at the beach, right? Yeah, pretty cool. I was trying to impress you. I like you, psych. This is Molly, a witch. Oh, wow. Thanks. So, do you... Look, Molly, you're very pretty girl, and your magic was really awesome, but I just don't feel that way about you. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's because you're with that Sally girl, right? Sally? Yeah, we're together. I love her. And then it zooms in on none other than Sally and Chad. What's up? Oh, nothing much, you? Just chillaxing. By the way, that magic of yours was Chad-tastic. I was wondering, what are you doing tonight? I was thinking, you, me, and some Chad-tastic coffee. Tonight? He was talking to her. Yeah, just give me a call. That's rad. Laters. This is the voice that I hear when I created Chad, so don't yell at me. Alright. What's wrong? What did that girl want? What did Chad want? I saw him over here. She just told me that she likes me. What? But I turned her down. Because we're together. I gotta go. I'm late for class. If I'm not mistaken, when I came up with these characters, they were in high school, I think 9th or 10th grade. This is very... I remember when I was in 9th and 10th grade. It was a lot more dramatic and important in my head than it actually was, thinking back on it. And, obviously I know how this story was supposed to end. So, it's not... I'm not trying to make light of the situation of the character that I created, I guess. But, it's just, I don't know. This is really intense for, these kids that are about to break up. So, alright. Yeah, I'm in the function. In my series Chicken Fight, there was this thing called the function. And the function was basically a group of people, a portion of the population that had abilities. And they were supposed to be in the function, basically. So that's what that was. You have function powers? Cool. What are they? It's not that impressive, but my power is enhanced speed. I can move fast. See? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. Not only that, but also, he's what? He was playing in sports, right? So quarterback or, runner back or... that's gotta be illegal. You can't have powers and also be in sports. And if you're going to do that, then I would assume that other people also have powers. But, I didn't show that. All I showed was that this dude is apparently a little bit faster. And, that means that he most likely cheated. So, he's Chad. So, that's the reason. But, whatever. Alright. It's not the reason because he's Chad, I guess. That's kind of messed up. Not all Chads are like this. I've met Chads before. They're pretty cool. But this particular Chad is a dick. So, that's... I wanted him to be, the utmost, douchebaggery, macho type of person. So, yeah. Alright. It's not that impressive, but my power is enhanced speed. I can move faster now, see? Now it looks like I have 4 arms. Haha. Can't you do more than that? Oh man, Sally, jeez. What's more rad than 4 arms? Having more than 4 arms. Haha. Anyway, you can use magic. Yeah, I'm a summoner, actually. I like summoners. You're truly the prettiest one I've ever seen. That's actually why I asked you here. I know we never really talked, but I've noticed you for a while now. Sally, I like you. Yeah? Yeah, and I know you like me too. Yeah? Yeah. And then he kisses her. That's how that scene played out in my head. Then she's like, what? She comes to her senses. She's like, I'm sorry. And she runs out. And she's like, I'll see you tomorrow. And it's like, Sally. And then she goes home. And she's like, what have I done? I just kissed Chad. It's like, this isn't right. Is it? Is it T.I.? Or is T.I.? Wow. That's a misspelling. You know what? There's a lot of cringy things about this. But at the same time, this looks a lot better than I remember. It's pretty good. All right. Do I still like Psych? We've been together forever, but do I love him? I still like him, but do I want to be with him? Wait, he did say I turned her down though, because we're together. I gotta go. I'm late for class. It's like he's being forced to stay with me. Maybe he wants to break up, but he feels obligated to stay with me. I need to talk to him. Hey, Sally, what's up? Hey, can we meet 20 minutes earlier tomorrow? We need to talk. Huh? Excuse me. Sunview High School. So what's going on, Sally? About yesterday. You said that you turned down that girl because we're together. If you feel like you want to explore your feelings with her, then I won't stop you. Sally, when she told me that she liked me, I told her that I wasn't into her because I am in love with you. Is there a reason you want me to go out with Molly? I don't want anyone but you. Huh? What's this really about? Do you want to break up with me? I'm sorry. Just breaking, like biting her lip is just like. That's. I don't know why I'm laughing. This is supposed to be really sad. It's just cringy because I guess I'm reading it the way I'm reading it. So, all right. Is there someone else? Is it Chad? Sally, don't do this. Chad does not care about you. I do, though. Sally, I love you. Psych. Let go. And then he lets go. She cries. And then she walks away. Or runs away. And then he's like, Ugh. And then the last chapter, or the second to last chapter, or no, this is the last chapter that I have on this, because unfortunately, this is an uncompleted story. If I have time and you guys want to know what happens next after all of this, then please put it in the chat and I can let you guys know. So, alright. A few days later, see Chad? See this shirt? It says me. You see this? Some foreshadowing going on right here. So then this dude's laughing. He's like, ha 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 ha. And then you see all this. And then this girl comes. She's like, Chad! What's this? How are you hanging with this little slut? Maybe you forgot, but you're my man. Roxy, age 17. She's also a witch. Not anymore. Damn, Sally. Jeez. Later's Roxy. He'll never change. What do you mean by that, Roxy? I've been dating Chad for the last 4 years, and he has a certain pattern of breaking up with me every other month just to get with another girl. It's super frustrating. First off, this girl's 17, 4 years. They've been going out since she was 13, and Chad has been apparently dating and getting with women since he was that young. Like, holy crap. I don't know what kind of comic I was trying to write when I was writing this comic, but geez, like, this is insane. When I went to high school, okay, well, I'm gonna give you guys a little backstory about my life, okay? So, I grew up in Louisiana, and, there was this thing called Katrina, and it destroyed everything. But before all of that, my life, my childhood was extremely different than what it ended up, becoming. It was extremely sheltered, not in a bad way. I definitely enjoyed my childhood. I think that, a lot of fond memories are from that time period. And, I look back on it very fondly. It's very cool. But I say all this to say, it was a private school that I first went to, and then it was a Catholic school, and then it was a private school. And after that, Katrina came, and I went to a public school when after everything opened back up. And when I was at this public school, I had never heard curse words before, like I heard on this first day. Like it was like just like a brick, like hitting me in the face. I was like, whoa, whoa. Like I had never heard that before. So like, as my high school career continued, the stories that I heard, they were very few and far in between, because I feel like there were a lot of people that just thought that I was kind of a nerd. Some of them thought that I was a nerd, some of them thought that I was really cool, some of them thought that I was just there. But I feel like, at first, some of the people that didn't want to tell me their stories just didn't tell me, but like the people that did tell me their stories were just like, wow, that's insane. Like I barely remember any of them, but the one that I do recall is actually somebody telling me that, they did things when they were 13, and I was like, wow, that is not at all what I was doing when I was 13. So like I assume that maybe I put that in here based off of that knowledge. I have no idea, but I will say that this comic is definitely a lot more adult than I thought it was. Like, holy crap. But we're going to continue because I remember what happens next, and this is insane. So let's do it. And if that little slut thinks she can break us up, she's got another thing coming. And then you see Psych right here, who, by the way, I must say, apparently had the prototype of Stud's haircut, because, I mean, he has the two little spikes right there. I mean, his eyes are a lot smaller. His nose and face aren't as, cutesy, I guess, but yeah. Anyway, a few days later, so we good? Because I gotta go. I mean, I can't have tears all over my shirt, you dig? weren't you happy with me? I gave you my all. Tell me. I was like, that was your all? Poor psycho. What about what you said about liking me? I lied. Sally, you're super hot. It's as simple as that. The fact that you gave it up so easily just makes me happier. I know I've been fast. I know I'm fast, but that was too quick. If I knew you were like that, a one-night stand would have been enough for me. I just told you that stuff because I thought you were the type to be romanced first. Ah, well. Deuces, I'm out. And then she cries. Jeez. Oh my god, like that is such a... Oh god. That is so way more messed up than I remember. Him saying... He was like, so we good? Because I can't have tears all over my shirt, you dig? I remember when I came up with that line, and I remember thinking to myself, I was like, this is the most douchebaggery line that I can possibly come up with. And, I definitely nailed it. I nailed it. Alright, so, this courtyard was based off of, an amalgamation of a bunch of different schools that I went to, and I figured that it would look kind of cool if I zoomed out right here. I hate the way I drew those trees. Those trees look ugly. They're just it's because of the thick outline. I was trying to get used to everything, so I just man. I mean, it looks okay, but the perspective is way off, too. It's just jeez. Alright, so then she's obviously very sad. She's looking at Psych, and he's like, she's just laughing. And she's obviously very angry. And she sees Psych walk by. She's looking at Chad. Sees Psych walk by. And then everybody's walking. This dude is tall AF. Oh my god, jeez. Alright, cool. And then she comes home. And she's like, Dad, what's wrong? And he says, I'm sorry, but your grandmother has passed away. And she's like, what? It's like, it happened earlier today. It was so sudden. It was too sudden for anyone to catch it. The doctor said it was just time for her to go. But no, she was just alive yesterday, no! Sally, wait, I know it's hard, but no, I hate this! And then she runs away, I hate this! She's very angry. She's crying, she's like, why? Why is this happening to me? I hate this. Hey! Slut! Gets punched in the face. Damn. Jeez. Okay. I know what you did with Chad. I know, and so now I'm gonna whip your ass. My magic is brutal, so try not to die, okay? Jeez. Whoa. And then she's like, what? And it's like, what's with that look? And those tears. Right, I forgot. Your whore of a granny died, didn't she? Jeez. Perfect internal and external pain for a slut like you. Oh my god. That is the worst line I've ever heard. Man. Phew. She's like, I hate this. I hate that bitch. I hate Jen. And for what I did to Psych, I hate myself. Dad told me not to touch this, but I can't take this anymore. I summon you, hate. Come, fill this room like you filled my soul. Help me take revenge on the ones I hate. Make me stronger. And she summons the spirit of hate. All right, so first off, let me just say that obviously this got way darker than I initially planned, and to reiterate on that, the next chapters are supposed to be okay. So initially, let me back up because this is probably a lot more sensitive than it I was portraying, I guess. When I first did this story, I was trying to figure out a way to come up with a fantasy type version of something that was serious. It was never like an actual event that I was basing off of anything. But I wanted to have, like, this is also way before, like, as many of these things that we've had since I came up with this comic. I came up with this comic back in 2012, 2011. Like, it was right around the time I finished up Hammer. So, like, this is a pretty old comic. But at the time, I wanted this to have, like, a fantasy, like, what would happen if it was, like, a school in terror, like how there usually, unfortunately, is in America. But it was a fantasy version of that. And I was trying to figure out a way to create a character that actually had, like, a lot of horrible things happen to them that would drive them over the edge to want to do something like that. I was trying to figure out the mindset of the people that actually did that in real life. And, like, I feel like this is probably one main reason why I stopped doing this actual comic. One, I didn't, like, I wanted to work on other series. I had a lot of ideas that kept on popping up in my head. But another thing was I didn't want to be disrespectful to anybody that, had gone through this. And now, especially having, lived, 10 years since this, I mean, there's been a lot of mass casualties, and, like, it is just it's never a good thing when that happens. So I'm glad I didn't finish this comic. But if you guys want to know what happens, basically, she becomes, this monster that you see in the very beginning. Hold on. And, she goes and she essentially, like, tears up the entire school. And, like, there are some police officers that come. I drew, like, the thumbnails for this next chapter. So, I don't know, maybe I'll show that chapter because it was pretty cool. But the policemen that came, they all had, like, different powers. One of them was, like, a bear. I liked his power. It was really cool. Another person, this is way before My Hero Academia, but the other person had, like, explosion powers. Like, when he hit, like, it was an explosion. And what was the other one? One of them could make his limbs larger. And then there was one more that I'm forgetting. Anyway, I wanted the police to, like, try to take her on and, like, subdue her. But, like, she was just getting really wild. And after all of that happens, she, like, locks herself inside of the school somehow. And Psych is talking and pleading with, the police officer, saying, hey, I love this girl, I know her, please let me in, let me talk to her. And then he's able to get in here, and, that's when he throws her his heart in the first chapter and says, I love you. And he's trying to change her back. So that's basically what that entire story was. I think that overall it was a fun attempt. I don't think that it was executed perfectly. I didn't land, anywhere because I just stopped creating the comic. But, I do think that it was, pretty fun when I did this. I loved, drawing it. That was very fun, and it obviously, influenced. It obviously was a point in my art style journey when I was being influenced by a lot more cartoony elements. And, you know, I'm glad for that because it, you know, allowed me to create the style that I have today, which is this right here. This is from Hammer. This is, you know, you guys want to see some cool pages. This is one cool page. And, yeah, you know, check that out. There's some more. This is awesome. So, you know, everybody out there that's already gotten any of these books, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. This is, you know, Hammer Volume 1, 2, and 3. They're all out right now. I'm going to read these comments. I'm going to say my last announcements, and then I'm going to, you know, end this stream. Hold on, let me take that off. All right. What does that say? Bruce Timm is fire. Bruce Timm is fire. You know, I loved his art style. You know, everything that he did for the DC universe, like, was super cool. So, I would assume you could see that, you know, reflected inside of my art style. But if you can't, then, you know, hopefully you can now. You know, volumes 1 through 3 are fire. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Please tell your friends. Please tell all of your family. Like, I want people to buy these books because if they don't get bought, then, you know, I might not be able to have another volume. You know, I'm not sure exactly what the sales are currently. I do know that I need to have more sales. That's what I've been told. I need to have another meeting, you know, when we can go over everything. But regardless of all that, I probably still wouldn't tell you guys. But regardless of all that, I do know that I need to make more of an effort, which is another reason why I really want to do this YouTube channel. You know, this show, all the skits that I want to make, you know, just everything. So that way I can talk about Hammer and, you know, everything else that I'm doing. So that way everybody can hopefully at least see where I'm coming from if they want to know anything about me. So, but yeah, you know, I really do appreciate it. You know, hopefully you've left a comments. Please leave a comment on Volume 2. I don't know why, but Volume 1 has like 41 reviews on Amazon. I think on Goodreads it has like maybe 10 or 15. I'm not sure. I gotta look back on Goodreads. But on Amazon it has 41 reviews. On Volume 3, which just came out, I already have like maybe 12 or 11 reviews. But for Hammer Volume 2, which came out in November, like I'm not sure if like maybe, hold on, this moved a long time ago. I'm sorry guys. I'm not sure if maybe like, you know, I just haven't been promoting it as much, but I mean, you know, Volume 2, please go check out Volume 2. This is the end of the Ocean Kingdom arc, which is Volume 1 and Volume 2. You get to see, hold on, I'm trying to get to this cool little awesome page. Right here. Alright, this is Volume 2. You get to see the climax fight of Stud versus Steel. Let me go back to right here. This is all out right now. You can go buy this in Walmart, in certain Walmarts. You know, I believe they're up northeast inside of America. That I've heard anyway. But yeah, you can buy it in Walmart, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Amazon, Saturday AM's website, Quarto's website. There's a bunch of different websites that sell our books and a bunch of different stores that sell our books. You know, we're in 31 countries. You know, Hammer is about to be translated in Turkish. And I'm super appreciative of everybody that, you know, has been helping me and, you know, supporting me and, you know, everybody at Saturday AM. I'm very, very, very appreciative of all of you. But tell your friends so that way we can get more sales because the goal is an anime. And the only way to get anime is to have so many sales that it is just, like, obvious that, you know, an anime company wants to create your anime. And, you know, if Hammer is ever going to become an anime, that's the only way that's going to happen. So, sales. Tell your friends. All right. Is Psyche the archetype for Stud? Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking. You answered it. LOL. So Psyche was not the archetype. He's not the prototype. You know, he was just you know, somebody that had a cool hairstyle that, in hindsight, turned out to be Stud's hairstyle. I was not thinking of Psyche and Sally at all when I came up with Stud's hairstyle. Stud's hairstyle actually was a little bit different, but I came up with Stud before Psyche and Sally, And then I just put it to the side and figured, you know what, let me just do something else on another day. All right, so the next one was, I see you drew a car. Very bold of you. Yes, cars are very difficult. So, yes. Bro, was younger. You good? What is the story? Well, yes, younger me was was pretty good. Like, I didn't have any heartbreak, if this is what you think happened. To be brutally honest with you, I was thinking, like, what is the worst thing that could happen to somebody that could drive them over the edge to create a scenario where they would want to do something that would cause a mass casualty. So, like, that was the reason why I came up with this story. And when it came to the Syke and Sally situation, like, when they broke up, I was trying to think, okay, what would be if like, at the time, I wasn't with, my girlfriend who became my wife. I wasn't with her at the time. So I was trying to think of what would be the worst thing, like, as somebody that would be very, very paranoid, like, what would be the worst thing to see, like, your girlfriend do or have them do. And I figured, you know what, let me just do that. So, yeah, I don't know, like, maybe it's just a very subconscious fear of mine that, created this entire, storyline, but, like, that's what that was, so. Syke is colder than December. Damn. Chad is colder than... Yes. Yes. Chad is... That's why I did this. Hold on. That's why I have her eat him in the very beginning. And he's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. What are you doing? No. Oh, wait. I don't have it on here. Hold on. Let me change this real quick. Alright, that's why right here I have her eat him. She says, Sally, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to eat you. What are you doing? No! And then he gets eaten and she burps. So, she gets her revenge. So, it's okay. Hammer Volume 2 had great character development. Volume 3 went all out with page-turning action. LOL. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Volume 1, I think... I really enjoyed Volume 1. I feel like if I could go back in time, combining Volume 1 and 2 to have it just be one volume, I would have loved to have done. Unfortunately, because of the way everything was structured and because, poor, time management on my end, leading up to everything, I've like I said, I've learned a lot, which is why I made that 4-step guide to, like, teach everybody to hopefully avoid my mistakes. But before all of that, like, I made all those mistakes, and, one of the mistakes that I made was not having enough done, for, certain aspects of, like, a volume. So I tried to remedy that in future volumes, definitely in Volume 4. When Volume 4 comes out, I think everybody's going to really, really enjoy that. There's a lot of, infographics that, like, kind of explain things that have happened in past, volumes, as well as also give you hints for what's going to happen in future volumes. But yeah, Volume 2, I really, really enjoyed. I tried to pump up the action, but Volume 3 is definitely when the action gets a lot more. Volume 4 is a straight up fight scene. Just, like, it is just, like... I tried to make it as interesting as possible. If you've been reading if you read the magazine when, Stud was fighting King Elefante, then you know that the fight ends pretty brutally. I tried to add more into this fight to make it more entertaining and make that, brutal climax, like, mean something more. And there's actually even more of a climax even after that. So I'm just really excited for everybody to check out Volume 4. But again, definitely go check out Volume 1, 2, and 3 so that way you're caught up for Volume 4. But please go buy Volume 4 or buy all of these volumes so that way, I can get a Volume 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all that stuff. So I want to get up to 10 volumes. I think then I can finish up this entire series and feel pretty confident. But yeah, again, thank you all for watching these videos. I truly appreciate it. Please, on your way out, please, like this video. Let all of your friends know that you just saw this one dude ramble on for about 2 hours, and you know he has a bunch of videos coming out tomorrow on his YouTube channel, and they might be kind of funny, or maybe they're really really cringy. Who knows? But you know, I mean, I hope you guys will enjoy them when you see them. Please leave a comment and let me know. And yeah, if you guys have a comic that you want me to read, please send me a DM via Twitter or Instagram. You're gonna have to follow me, and then you can send me a DM. And then I'll put you on a list. If not, then I might just be reading some old comics that I came up with a long time ago, or maybe we could just talk one-on-one. Maybe I'll just try to draw or whatever. But this entire show is dependent on you guys. So if you want me to read your comic, or if you want to create a comic, or if you want me to critique any of your work, then please send me something so that way I can do that. What is the other last thing I want to say? Obviously, I'm selling this 4-step guide right here for everybody out there that wants to learn how to, draw comics. This is definitely something that might help you out. It's just some tips and tricks that I came up with. I've been working in comics since 2011 professionally. 2011, 2010, something like that. So, I've been in the game for a while now. I, definitely don't know everything, but there are definitely a lot of things that I can help you with. And, if this 4-step guide doesn't help you out, then you can also get a consultation. I have all of those links and stuff in the description below. So, if you guys are interested, then, keep that in mind. But, I'm about to get off. I gotta go pick up my dogs right now. So, thanks again, everybody, for watching. You guys rock. Please like this video again. I really appreciate it if you guys would do that. That'd be great. So